Hello and welcome back, fellow fellas, and today I'm bringing a new type of series. What if civilization started over? Now, as you already can see, I traced the map, which is 70% water and 30% land. But before you say, no, you copied from the guy shown right here. No, I didn't. If you see my post, it was 9 days ago. And the other guy's video is 4. But anyway, without further ado, let's get straight into the video. In the middle of nowhere, the first people arrive, and they already met by a coastline. Neither I or them know what it's like. But most communities decide to go alongside the water where most of the food, marine food, were. As they map more of this mysterious gulf, they discover that it's Valles Marineris, the largest canyon, gulf, on the solar system. But over time, people became much more organized, and they started discovering more, and tribes became countries. This is a rather disgusting yellow. Yeah, this is fire. And this tribe, or should I say group of tribes, was announced like Austria-Hungary, but way more extended, with at least 5 kings, each of them ruling in their own area. Anyway, this thing became popular all over, so countries to pop. We got the Southern boys, and after a little bit more of exploring, there we go, even the Western boys, which will be blue. Whoops, there we go. Anyway, if you like this concept, or I guess like 8 or 9 people like this concept, please consider liking and subscribing, as I'm trying to reach 500 subscribers by the end of the year. Anyway, the blue people started to expand alongside the coast, and so did the green people. And they met here, and it wasn't very friendly, as the blue forces started to invade, claiming all of this land is theirs for some reason. But the green people fought back, and as more weeks the Wage won, no clear winner there were. So eventually they surrendered, and the green people got their land back. Anyway, these brown guys, super duper dual monarchy but way more extended, conquered basically all of this and started annexing this, which for now it's relatively irrelevant, but as the series go on, like in episode 20 or 30, this is gonna be just as important as Hormuz. Anyway, with nothing more exploring the south, these people decide to look north, and they discovered. And as the tribes grew, so did nationalism. So that's why these guys were born. One of the first OG tribes. Also, the blue people decided to expand like it's nobody's business. As time passed on, power started to consolidate in one singular person, and green and blue didn't have exactly the best relations now, and the green started invading, feeling too threatened. But oh no, is that the first naval invasion in Martian history? Look at that. A two-front war for the Greens. And taking advantage of the chaos, these skin-colored things decided to expand furthermore. And as these guys surrendered, more and more people revolted, breaking apart. So 3 countries new were born. And anyway, the blue almost encircles them because this is fortified for some reason. And the green managed to win this single stat battle, which was very, very decisive because they extended this part. So forces from here had to retreat from there. And the green managed to get their land back. Plus the blue surrendered. And this part is the only loyal one. So they tried to expand, but it was nothing worth, as the 2 greens won. But now there's kind of an issue here, because these guys are cut off. For example, if blue has to trade with them, they have to go here to here, which is pretty long, but they trade with ships. So if green, this dark green, hates blue, they can just block it. And these guys are low-key cooked, if it was not for the fact that they can go here, or whatever. So for that reason, the blue declared war on these guys. And they won many, many battles, until these guys with green aid fought back. And whilst yes, they had to surrender some territories, they didn't get completely annihilated. But the Greens weren't exactly happy, so they invaded this part. And as the war resulted very much bloody, this type of blue surrendered. But you know, some strange things can happen. And the 2 local governors decided to merge and also expand a little. Of course, now both these guys and these guys are kind of trapped for some reason. Well, I don't really know care. Let's just say that they made each other for some reason. And blue is really, really incompetent for being a nation. And that's why they literally lost. Now green is literally the first country that will be disintegrated. Instead of taking on blue, they will take on this part, because that makes sense. But you know, guerrilla fights exist, so these guys rebel. And whilst these guys send their forces from here to here, also all the blue guys decide to fight back. And look at that. Also this, let's change this a bit, so like, yeah, somewhat. Anyway, these guys also fight back. And so these guys have to surrender. These guys are very disputed, but they get this control each, and the orange guys get that. Now green doesn't like that they don't have control of this trait, so they annex it. Also the science explore this triangle and dedicate a goddess after it. The green starts to explore a little more, but because of internal problems, they have to give up. Because, well, the blue people that got annexed by the greens are not exactly happy, so they rebelled. And the third blue-green war began. This time they decided to use once again their naval landing, creating a two-front war and putting under threat the greens. But surprisingly, the pink fight back the blue because they want all of this golf. So they have to retreat a little and focus a little bit on these guys. But by using the same techniques, they're also under threat. Now, nothing major will happen for the next 6 months because it's like World War I. Except for the fact that these guys somewhat gain of their land. Anyway, it has been 10 minutes or shorter depending on how I edit. And since your attention spans are not fried, I'll end this video. So if you liked what's going on, you can like, subscribe and comment. Each name for these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 countries. See ya.